Namaste, good afternoon, everyone. I was going to explain a little bit more about this pendulum happening um, to those that have been tuning in, and I appreciate your respectful comments. That has been really nice to get, actually. And I know on one of the videos, people have mentioned the audio is very low, and it does come in just fine. In fact, it's one of the louder videos on my side, so I really don't know what happened there. I do use my phone to record, and will do my best to speak up, or I haven't had complaints on the other videos, but we'll hope that that's for the most part been decent for people. If not, we'll just keep working with it. Okay, so with this pendulum, how it came about, I just wanted to give an explanation. And it opened up probably about a year ago in the way it connects with things and gives messages and the story of whatever it is that you're working with. It was, let's see, the first time that a lot of the visions opened up. I've had visions for a long, long, long time and have a Kundalini awakening, and I am on the path with Guru Swamiji. And that's been quite a while, a good 18 years now. And so during the blood moon, which was probably, about 3.5 years ago, we were working with, we had the pendulum, and just some things came out where there was spirit speaking through it, and we started working with disembodied spirits. And as far as my role, I would bring about whatever imagery came forward in, more of a psychic connection to bring that forward as a translator for spirit, really. And then she would give the guidance. And it was really turned out to both of us. We had no idea. We were surprised by it. We weren't looking for it. We weren't cultivating it. And the visions were crystal clear and sharp. And I have done a lot of writing on that and speaking on it. So, to go into that, I'm not going to do that now. But then about a year ago, and I believe it was during another full moon, it may have been the blue moon. I don't know. There's been a lot of moons lately. And when I picked up the pendulum, it really just started floating and around, like, almost leading in a way. And with my hands, I have had a lot of pain in my hands and issues with my hands that have made them actually to be very light. They're not the same hands they used to be. I can feel things through them, a lot of energy, and they just tend to go with the motion of this energy. It hasn't been a fun happening with my hands. It's actually been a really a devastating thing, actually. But this has come with it. Which seems to be, as I say, they tend to be very light. They move with the energy when the pendulum is held. And then this translation, really, of whatever comes forward with whatever substance, whatever image one is working with. And that's how that happened. And with the pendulum, one can really, it doesn't matter what is read. Anything can be read. I know right now there's a lot online about souls that have passed over, which works really nicely. It doesn't matter, in body, out of body, a crystal, a leaf, a piece of artwork. These things will be read through this pendulum, and then a translation really comes through here of what is there, a clairvoyance, really, and a psychic type of connection there, which flows very easily. It's effortless, really, here. I don't struggle with it. I don't sit there and try to figure it out. It just is there. And so many of these cities or these happenings come along with the Kundalini opening. It's not something that we attach to or try to cultivate. But like I say, for here, it just came, and it's been effortless. It isn't. I don't sit there and try to work on it or figure it out, or that's really all I can say, or make it to be something different than what it is. So better or worse, it just is there. And, while it's here, some of these things are being put out. And I would like to offer, if anyone is interested in a reading, they can always, we can try to figure out a private reading. One can just send a picture, and that could be read of yourself, for instance. Maybe you have a query. And we could try to figure out how to give this to you privately. Or maybe there's a relative that passed over or something that you have a question on or want to know what's happening there. I mean, I can't say that that this will always come with a huge, I don't really know. I let it flow, and it does seem to make these connections with the energy that speaks to where things are at in that moment. That's really all I can say about it. It's like a spirit illustration, really, for that soul, for that energy. With the pendulum, it does connect more with spirit. It will give some extraneous information if it's there, but it always seems to it goes deeper and deeper until the spirit, the feeling of that spirit and where consciousness is, or whether it's being, in more of a stillness, or whether it's very scattered. It's going to bring that forward many times. Sometimes how to move forward out of that will flow out as well. So that's something I'm offering. And also on the side, if someone is interested in, having a reading done that's put out more publicly, of a persona that's passed away, or what have you. I'm open to it. I mean, can't say that I do every single reading, but who knows? We can give it a try. And I think that's mostly it. I did want to just show you a little bit about the pendulum. So here I have one, and it's a little lingam pendulum, which is really nice. And like I say, my hand may move sometimes when I'm working with it. It's light, it'll just flow with the energy. I'm not making it move, okay? So whatever people feel about that, that's their thing. I'm just telling you the honest truth from what's here, okay? Because I can't make this stuff up, I'm telling you. Okay, so I do have some crystals here, and maybe what I'll do is line them up. And I have another video out on nature, and that to me is wonderful. It's been where, the pendulum just seems to really, it's a wonderful feeling with nature, and it doesn't matter if it's a dry leaf. It just has a lot of affection for nature. You can still feel the energy, even if in a dry leaf, like I say, or a rose petal, one of the petals have fallen away. And in even the tiniest thing, there's this precious energy there. So I'm going to I think it might be easier to just put this down, and we'll see. Hopefully you can see it, okay? So I have a few things here. This one is a crystal here, and let's see what kind of energy comes from it, okay? So you can see it's shaking a little bit. And it will just show that there's some spikiness on this crystal, some spikiness, and it's rough. And it is rough. It's got some roughness here, and it's showing that. Darker and rougher there, with some pointed tips. Okay, and let's see how far the energy field, at least this is what it's feeling like it's doing now, is the energy field comes out quite a ways. It does move out in a really nice circle, and this is this is its energy field. I'm going to move this and move this because I don't want it picking up other energy. And you can see as I move the picture of Ramana, the energy field went down a little bit, which again is interesting to see, okay? Because each energy carries a certain vibration, okay? Okay, so it's going around it, getting a feeling of it. And then just again showing the, the jagged formations that this type of crystal lives with or has in it. That doesn't mean it has jagged energy, but just the texture of it. Okay, it's got some whirling in there. And so that is that crystal. Okay, and now it's showing again its energy field. And then let's give another crystal and see how this goes. Okay, so again, getting a feel of it, and one can see that it does begin to move outward more. And a nice smooth circle around it that really goes wider and wider. So this has quite a nice energy field to it. And it wants to sometimes rest in there and pick up the vibes is what it's doing. It's wanting to sort of lay there and feel it and get more of a sense of it. That's what's happening with that, okay? So I'm not going to make this really long. You can again see the energy field there. And then I have a picture of Ramana with this energy, and this is what always happens. It hugs up close to it in such an affectionate way. It looks like the Jackie dog is there, the dog. You can really feel a love, a pure love when one comes in. It comes up. I'm not doing this. I mean, I don't want to say when one comes up close, the pendulum hugs up close to it. And one can really get a feeling of pure love emanating from this image. And it's just the heart of it. The heart comes out and it just flows out really like a river as blessings for all. So there's Ramana. The other one would just be a plant that I have here. Let me put that up. And, okay, so right away with plants, what's noticed is it just wants to lay there, and really it's like in love with it. Because plants, I mean, let's face it, they're a pure energy. The only way that they're really soiled is through pollution and human, whatever takes place. Otherwise, they are just an innocent, pure type of energy that we have around us all the time. So what it will want to do is lay there a lot and just be with it, really in a tender, very gentle, adoring way, as a way of love, really. And then it's going to move out, and it's like it's a dancing energy. It's something to celebrate nature. It's something to be in. Okay, so this can go on and on. And I've had a lot of videos up about it, and it really can go on and on. It doesn't matter what, I've read artwork, and it doesn't matter. Everything is energy, and it's all consciousness, and, it's not like just, it's only going to be here and then there. It's everywhere. And so again, I wanted to make that offering. I wanted to explain a little bit about the pendulum. And hope that others, we'll see what happens from here. Okay, have a great day, all. Bye.